Hello there everyone, nubkeks here, welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video I'm pulling 120 ancient shards for our guaranteed champion of Raf-Matab, which is really exciting. To talk about him really fast, actually let me show you in the index so we can see his actual base stats and stuff here. HP based legendary from the Barbarian faction. I believe that he is currently not going to be, like, you won't randomly summon him from the ancient shards until after this event, and then he will be in the usual shard pool, but I think he's not in the usual shard pool right now. For this weekend at least, it's only for this guaranteed event. It's certainly an interesting idea. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments actually. Do you like this idea that they might release some, you know, legendaries or epics even maybe, yeah, I'd say epics would be a good one too. They might release some new champions through guaranteed events. Is that a fun way to release champions, or do you prefer them to only release them through, you know, fusions or just randomly in the shard pool? Let me know what you think. For me, I think it's actually pretty cool. I think it's quite exciting and fun. We'll briefly go over his kit very briefly. His A1 has a 50% chance to increase the duration, the cooldown of one of the target skills by 2 turns at random. 100% chance if they've less than 50% HP. So I definitely think he's going to be amazing for the Eternal Dragon in Doom Tower. So I don't need him for that. I've beaten the Eternal Dragon, but he could be very good if you're progressing on it. And if they ever add a higher difficulty of Doom Tower in the future, he'll definitely be good for that too. But that's a big question mark. Stampede is A2, 3-turn cooldown when booked, AoE attack with 100% chance to provoke, and gives him block damage for 1 turn. Kind of nifty actually, again, for Doom Tower sort of wave progression, locking down the enemy team and being able to just completely absorb that damage for that 1 turn. Then his A3 is the thing I like the most. 4-turn cooldown when booked, 50% increase resistance buff, and a 30% reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Again, this screams Eternal Dragon and possibly other Doom Tower bosses as well. And I'm excited to try this out in the Hydra and see how it works. And yeah, then he has a nice passive that gives him some resistance before he's taken a turn, basically. So mostly probably useful in the arena, maybe a bit against that Eternal Dragon. Like, we could go into Eternal Dragon, have his resistance actually be a little bit low, but let this passive sort of carry him, and then he gets the increased resistance on and wear away. And a 60 resist on all battles aura. So yeah, I think he's a fun champion. I think he looks cool. I'm excited to build him and try him out. I'm certainly going to go for him. And yeah, I think it's worth it. Like, if you're interested in Eternal Dragon, if you're interested in some of that Doom Tower stuff, I think he's going to be very good for the HP secret rooms and stuff as well. I think he looks great, so I'm going to be pulling for him. And I will, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to get a video out this weekend. It'll probably be during CVC. I'll probably book him during CVC, and I'll get you a video out soon, of course. I tend to like to playtest the champions for a bit before I give you like a full guide or anything like that, but I'll try to do a video on him as soon as I can. We're gonna have to pause the video a few times because I just don't have any space, again, waiting for CVC to actually upgrade my space a bit. And guys, we have a 10 times event going on at the same time. So the voids we obviously can't get. From Ancient Shards, Geomancer, Venomage are both boosted. I have both of them. I wouldn't mind a third Geomancer. A third Geomancer could be pretty cool. And then from the legendaries, we have Roshkard, Martyr, and Brogni. So the one I'd actually want most would be Martyr if we happen to get her. Very unlikely. You can watch my videos breaking down the chances for 10 times events if you want, right? But Martyr would be the most fun one because I don't have her. A duplicate Brogni. I have Brogni, but a second Brogni definitely wouldn't go astray either. And then obviously just in general stuff like, you know, Duchess, Lady Kimmy, that sort of thing. There's still lots of legendaries I still need. Pretty much no epics I really need. Anyway, without any further ado, let's dive in. Let us start pulling some shards. Let's go. It's been a good long time since I pulled ancient shards. I've been saving and saving for one of these guaranteed events. First set here, we have Scion. Probably the worst login reward champion. I'm expecting he'll get buffed at some point. The dude looks awesome. He looks so cool, and he is so bad. So hopefully they will buff him at some point. And he probably wouldn't be OP, but at least he might hopefully be decent for players when you get him. Here we go. We're going to see a lot of blues here today, guys. It's not a 2 times event. Yeah, a whole rake of blues. This is pretty much expected. This is kind of what we're expecting. But the big thing we're working towards is building up that mercy timer for legendaries, right? You're guaranteed a legendary after 220 shards, and that's not going to get interrupted by pulling your guaranteed champion, which is pretty cool. So there we go. Basilisk and Sepulcher. Now, these are 2 champions that are actually pretty good. Basilisk is a very good force attack champion. He has an AoE A1, so you put him in a stun set, and he's just going to be doing his AoE A1s. He does pretty decent damage. And yeah, just locking down the enemies in Faction Wars and in a few of the secret rooms. For me, he was crucial to beating the Lizardmen's secret room. Now, Venomage, who's boosted in the 10 times, is better at that, of course. But I didn't have Venomage at the time. But Basilisk's great for that. There's like a force attack only room. He's really good for that force attack only room as well. He has a stun. Pretty hard hitting A2 single target with a stun. He revives himself when he dies with block damage, which is nice as well. So I actually like Basilisk a lot. He's quite a fun champion for some of that niche stuff. Great for Lizardman Faction Wars. Sepulchre Sentinel obviously is absolutely incredible for especially those mid-game players before you have your unkillable clan boss team, right? Increased defense and block debuffs for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. You can use this to block the stun on clan boss and to keep your team alive on Demon Lord. Decrease attack A1, and then she can completely block incoming damage on an ally once for every time she takes a turn. Defense aura as well. So she's like your perfect entry into like pushing Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare clan boss. Right, let me go clear out some space and we'll be right back. All right, I've cleared up some space. I really need to expand my champion collection. Like my vault is full. Oh man, it's rough. But here we go. Let's pull another 40 and yeah, then we're going to have 50 more to go after that. So yeah, let's go. I'm hoping we'll get a legendary through this as well, like just along the way. That would be great. It's certainly not, I would say, expected. Certainly outside of that 2 times event, it's not expected, but it'd be fantastic if we did. Be absolutely fantastic. Of course, we're just getting a big old sea of blues right here. I'm checking out some Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Demon Hunters gameplay while I'm like grinding some stuff in campaign to get rid of the champions we're pulling here. I don't want to just feed them, I want to bring them up. Okay, we have some interesting stuff in this set of pulls, I will actually say. Gore Grab, he can be really good for Arena in that sort of early mid game. He's like a mini Arbiter, gives you a good speed aura. He gives you some turn meter fill with increased attack. He has that AoE revive. He can even do a little bit of buff removal. He's amazing for the Undead Horde Faction Wars as well. Now, one of the big things about Gore Grab, and this is very important, this ties in directly to my video I did on Golden Reaper and how Golden Reaper is actually way better than people think. And the thing about Gore Grab you have to watch out for is the base speed. People really overlook base speed all the time. His base speed, obviously this is only him at level 40, but even fully ascended, his base speed is low. So unlike Arbiter or Golden Reaper, who have extremely high base speeds, and obviously champions like Sifi and Lady Kimmy and all that as well, of course, you don't want to build him as your fastest champion because he's not going to be that fast. You'd rather have another champion in there with him that is either a speed booster or a crowd control champion, something like that, who is going to be your fastest. That's going to be better for you overall. Like, he just doesn't have the speed that Arbiter does. Spy Master, by the way, I think is pretty intriguing, right? He has an AoE block buff, 60% chance to place block buffs. You could probably upgrade that to 65% with a Sniper Mastery. So not terrible. He can give himself counterattack as well. And yeah, so he could potentially do a couple of jobs, like against, particularly against Mischief and Blight, for example, in Hydra as a rare option. I don't know if that's worth doing. You would hope by the time you're really dedicated to Hydra, you'd have better stuff, but it's at least something to note. It is a rare option there, so he's very, you've got a good chance of getting him whenever you're pulling shards like this, and he can be very, very helpful for that. Here we go, another sea of rares, and right, I gotta go clear some stuff out again. Let's do this. All right, I'm back again for more. We're pulling more. Got another 30 spaces that we can fill up here. I've burned through all of my saved energy, all the energy potions in my inventory. They're pretty much all gone now. I thought I had so many, and they're all gone. Big mistake, I think. There is a champion training event, I think, or tournament tomorrow that looks like it's going to be giving Cold Heart skins and stuff. Like, check this out, guys. This might be live in game by the time I actually post this video. I'm thinking I'm going to post my giveaway video, like, the day before. So check it out as well. There should be a giveaway video for gems on the channel. Might still be running by the time this goes live, but this champion training tournament starts tomorrow. I should have waited for this one. I would have got so many points. Anyway, I'm going to max out that champion training regardless if there's a skin on the line. I'm going all in for the skin. Let's do it. Anyway, let's go. Let's pull more shards. Come on. I deserve a legendary for doing all this work, i.e. not having enough free space in my inventory. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff here. Chinoru, she's okay. Look, she's a pretty bland damage dealer. Triple hitter at random places weaken. It's an AoE attack. that can remove increased defense from enemies before she attacks. Her A1 can put block buffs. She's really not that amazing. I actually did use her just at level 50, which isn't recommended at all. It's much better bringing a support champion at level 50 when I got the max rank in Shadowkin Faction Wars. I've since replaced her with other champions, but yeah, she's not great. Not great. But she's not terrible. She's not completely useless. You probably wouldn't bother building her just because of the opportunity cost. Ooh. Oh, well, now that is a set of 3 epics right there. There's a set of 3 epics, one after the other. Vogoth. Yes, please. I rate him as one of the best epics in the game. Absolutely incredible. Healing all allies by 50% of the damage he receives whenever he is attacked. Insanely good for arena. It does 25% of the damage he takes from boss attacks, which obviously isn't as good, but it's still really strong. One of the best healers you can bring. He also puts leeches out whenever he's attacked, which is great. When he provokes people, he can put one of their skills on cooldown. Very helpful against Valkyrie waves and stuff like that. AoE provoke on a 3-turn cooldown that can put decreased attack, extends buffs on his A1. He's amazing in arena, really good in arena, great for some Doom Tower stuff. He can be great earlier on against the Demon Lord clan boss, right? Demon Lord clan boss, he comes in and he's just healing you. He puts out leech on the boss and he can extend debuffs. He can do Giant Slayer damage as well. So he can like help your team to do really good and survive really well against Demon Lord without lifesteal gear because of that leech debuff, which is really helpful. And yeah, he'll do decent damage with his A1 on top of helping you stay alive. So great champion. Aox the Rememberer, another great champion. AoE decrease attack on a 3-turn cooldown that can also decrease turn meter, can also put decreased crit rate. That bit's not super useful, but it's, it's a decent thing to have. It's not the worst thing to have, but yeah, AoE decrease attack with a bit of decreased turn meter is very, very nice. Very useful for faction wars. I use him in the faction wars for Lizardmen. Very good against things like Ice Golem, where that decreased attack matters a lot. He has a heal on his A2 that starts to heal more for every debuff on the target. This is good when you're running him with poison champions. His A1 then has a small chance to place a poison, but it's a pretty bad chance. So he's not a good poisoner himself. It's just a little supplement. But this is, 30% fully booked out. It's pretty miserable, let's be real. But yeah, it's his passive then that is very unique. Increases the duration of 2 random debuffs on the attacker by 1 turn when attacked, once per hit. Very, very good. This is a great move. Makes him very useful against that Demon Lord, right? A little bit of poisoning against the Demon Lord, keeping decreased attack on, extending the debuffs, healing your team. Awesome. And he's great for faction wars. Great champion, great epic. And then, of course, Geomancer. One of the best, if not the best epic in the entire game. The stuff this guy can do is just incredible. That single target burn for 3 turns with weaken actually does a bunch of turn meter depletion as well, and then reducing the damage you receive, deflecting it back on. This is my 3rd Geomancer, and there's a good chance I'm going to be building this 3rd Geomancer. AoE decrease accuracy on his A1, buff steals on his A2. Top tier for Demon Lord clan boss, top tier for Hydra clan boss, top tier for half of the Doom Tower bosses as well. He is just super. He is absolutely super. Great. So we're actually being pretty low on the 10 times epics because I feel like you get a lot of the epics in 10 times events when you're pulling sacreds. You don't get so many when you're pulling blues. The thing with sacreds is that, pulling in a 10 times event with sacred shards, what is it, 94% chance to get an epic every single time. So you're going to pull so many epics. There's a pretty good chance you'll see at least one of the 10 times epics in that. Not so much with the ancients. We got Fane here in this set. Fane is fantastic. Really, really good for unkillable clan boss teams. Even just clan boss stuff in general. You can't see her full stats here, but she's very squishy, which does hold her back in non-unkillable situations. But still great nonetheless. She has a triple hitter on her A4. Her A3 with a 4-turn cooldown, not A4, A3 with a 4-turn cooldown, triple hitter that does decreased defense, weaken, and heals her by a potentially pretty decent margin. Her A2 then, 3-turn cooldown when booked, puts decreased attack and 2 poisons, and then her A1 can steal some turn meter. So she's just going to be doing really good damage. She absolutely smacks. Her damage multipliers are really good, decreased defense and weaken, decreased attack and poisons. The decreased attack, not so useful, but just as your potential unkillable damage dealer, she's super good. Like, she's not as good, obviously, as Draco or Gintoro and that sort of thing, but she's not far behind. Like, she is an absolute monster. Compared to Razin, You get Razin as your guaranteed fusion. Now, Razin requires legendary books and all the rest. But in an unkillable team, she's going to be better than Razin, where you can stack like increase attack and you can just build them to do damage. Razin's probably a bit better in non-unkillable because he's a defense-based damage dealer, so you can build him to be tanky. We're 20 shards away. Let me go clear out a last few spots here. Yeah, I need to clear out a good few spots, and yeah, then we'll be back and we'll finish this off. Can we get another legendary on the way? All right, and we're back. I actually had a bunch of stuff ready to level up from when I was basically grinding the other set that we pulled. So we're straight in. 20 more to pull. Let's go. Here we go. Come on. It would be great if we get another legendary. Of course, the chances are so slim. Ah, another Aox. What are the chances of that? That's pretty crazy. Anything in this set? Nothing in this set, really. Obviously, Aox times 2. That's fun. And here we go. The last set of pulls. We know the 10th champion is going to be legendary. Can we hit gold before we get there? Will it happen? 1, 2, no, but there he is. There he is. Okay, cool. Masamoto, got him as well. I think he's increased defense and a bit of turn meter fill on a 4-turn cooldown. AoE with a decreased attack, not super reliable. A1 that can steal buffs. He seems pretty average, like he's a faction war champion, really. Nothing too exceptional there, but we've got Raf-Matab. Yeah, I'm going to be excited to build him out starting tomorrow when that Cold Heart tournament actually starts. Get a bunch of points leveling him up. I've got a bunch of 5-star chickens now, of course, thanks to trying to clear out these champions. So I'll be able to get him up to 6-star pretty much immediately. I'm thinking I'll probably wait. He doesn't need that many books, which is nice. I think it's 2, 3, and then 5. So he needs, what, 8 books? Yeah, 8 books total. Yeah, 3, 5. Yeah, 8 books total. That's really not bad. There's a decent chance I might just book him out this CVC. There's a decent chance I could afford it and we could start to test him out. I'll probably try get him for some test runs before the end of the weekend. So I will try to do that and I'll let you guys know what I think of him after playing with him for a bit. His cooldowns are going to be pretty bad, but we'll see what we can make happen. If we can just, get a feel for is he going to work or not. I think unfortunately I missed one of the days on Doom Tower hard. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not sure how hard we're going to be able to go on Eternal Dragon. If I can get to the second Eternal Dragon on hard, we can test it out. But anyway, guys, look, there you go. Those are my shard pulls. We have got Raf-Matab. He is there. I will get working on building him out. The quick tips I will give you and my thoughts. I think there's probably 2 main ways to build him. So I am going to be building him. Either, where is he? There he is. I think either putting him in Stone Skin could be really good, or Guardian. I think those are the 2 sets that stand out. Guardian for Hydra, or Stone Skin for Arena. And I think we built his resistance pretty good. And that's probably about it. He just needs like decent resistance and decent tankiness. Easy to do that with Guardian set. Or again, Stone Skin set. And you could have him be like a really slow, well, not really slow, but he could be a slow member of a Stone Skin squad in the arena, right? Where he protects himself with that resistance, right? So he's going to be difficult to strip his buffs at the start with the high resistance Stone Skin. Then he comes in and gives everyone increased resistance. So yeah, it's just, I think Stone Skin empowering squad could be interesting. Yeah, cool. Guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you now. Oh, he's got a couple of reviews. People not too impressed with him so far. I like him for arena defense though. Yeah, it could be good in some stall teams. I'll see you. I'll test him out soon. Thanks for watching and bye-bye.